I really want a Steam Deck, but Steam Decks are just so expensive. They're $400. So I can't afford that. But I do know what I do have. It's a PS Vita and a gaming computer. So if I connect those two together, I get it just as good as a Steam Deck for way cheaper. This uses NVIDIA Game Stream and a thing called the Moonlight. A little finicky to set up, but I'll be showing you how to do that in about 3.5 seconds, as well as gameplay and all that other stuff. So let's go do that now, shall we? Step number 1 is you need to make sure you have GeForce Experience installed. Select Settings, go to Shield, enable Game Stream, and then you can move on to installing the app on your PS Vita. Alright, so in order to do this, it's a little weird. So basically you need to install release 0.9.1 and then head to your PS Vita, install it, and then pair the device by going to search devices, and then your device will come up here. Since it's already paired, it won't be there for me. And then go back to the GitHub page again. I'll throw a link in the description. Download the latest release, and that'll make it work. So then after you do all those steps, you just need to go down to Steam, select X. It'll go stream starting. This can take a while, and you will notice on your computer it is launching Steam at a really weird resolution, and eventually it'll pop up here. Yep, as you can see. And eventually, yep, there it is. It'll open Steam. Sometimes it doesn't work the first time. Sometimes it's a little weird. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. And now you have your Steam Deck. If you wanna, basically the only way to get out of this, like if you close Steam, it stops working. So if you wanna just access your desktop, you just have the taskbar still shows up at the bottom, so you can do productivity things just like a real Steam Deck too. Open up some Spotify, do all that stuff. But none of you guys wanted to see how to do this. This isn't a tutorial. So let's launch up some games, see how it runs. I think we're going to try this one out first. Alright, as you can see, we're now into the game. So you can just use your mouse like this and select. Oop, it disconnects sometimes. Here's a weird thing about this. If you have your phone near it or tap this part of the screen, it'll actually disconnect. That's an issue I was having earlier. So it might disconnect a lot. It might be a bad frame rate because of the phone right up its butt. But anyway, let's just start a new game. Like, in all of this time, you can see on my monitor, it's displaying the exact same thing. Like I said in the beginning, it's basically just playing a video back from the computer and connected as an Xbox controller. This button, and that actually has the full buttons, because if you don't know, on a PS Vita, these are actually like the triggers, since there's only 2 triggers. Anyway, let's resume again, because I tapped the screen. As you can see, if you really wanted to, you could even watch videos on here. Let me just get it focused. This is a Chernobyl game, by the way, in case you couldn't tell. Alright, as you can see, it runs just as well as it would on the computer. Now, this game doesn't look that great, like, out of the box, especially because my computer isn't really powerful enough. Speaking of which, the minimum requirements for this are a GX 660 or GTX 660, something along those lines. But as you can see, we are in the game just playing it right now. Now, there might be a little tiny bit of latency, as you can see if I just, like, you can just see, like, barely there's some latency. But all the buttons map properly, which is really, really awesome, because, you know, it's just pretending to be an Xbox controller, and those work perfectly fine with Steam. So now, let's try a more popular game. What about Fallout 4? Alright, now we are in. I actually have a plan to actually, like, play this game on this thing, because it works really well, because all you really need is hit And since the hitting isn't really accurate, and I'm pretty sure there's already like aim assist in this game for controller things, it's really good. And let me show you what I mean by the touchpad. Like if I tap the back, it'll start moving this little guy around. I'm not touching any of the other controls besides just the back. So let's give it a second to load in. I have a lot of time into this game. Also, I should probably 100% make sure I talk over the music. So it's probably copyrighted. Volume down. And as you can see, I have mapped the controls to make the VATS thing. I never use that. But this is block, and then the other one is hit. And, you know, because this wouldn't even be possible on a PSP, because there's only one joystick, but on the Vita there's two, which makes it really well usable. You just got to be very careful. You keep your hands on these things and not touch the back touchpad, or else it'll like randomly throw grenades and stuff. But either way, it's pretty fun. Now, what do we say we try a multiplayer game? Alright, so before we do that, I just want to throw a random tip out there. You see, how do I access settings? I had no idea, but if you just keep on pressing the D-pad down button, settings, and quit. So those are just right there the entire time, and I literally had no idea. It took me a good 5 minutes just to figure out where the settings were. So make sure you don't make that same mistake. CSGO works really well on here as long as you don't accidentally touch the back, then it'll start doing stuff like this. Also, I'm totally gonna die here. Oh wait, never mind. Wait, let me see if I can get him. It's really, really hard to play with one hand. But point is that CSGO is definitely really playable as long as you turn like aim assist on and stuff. Because other than that, it would be really, really hard to play. Oh, there we go. And yes, I'm playing against bots. Don't make fun of me. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this little video about Moonlight. I know it's probably not the best quality video you've ever seen, but make sure to like, subscribe, all that good stuff if you want better videos. Bye!